Brooklyn, hey, congratulations for Night Raiders.
Thank you.
Hey, let's start off with the easy question. What attracted you to this project?
Well, when I first read the storyline, the script, I really liked how it's, set in the future and it talks about, there's of course the background of residential schools in this film. And what most drew me to this project was the character because, I really kind of connect with Wasis in the way of, open-minded and creative and how she's a little weird, but she's connected with nature, I think.
So how did you get in the headspace of playing your character Wasis? What was most
Well,
enjoyable? Yeah.
uh, well, of course, we did a lot of prep with the rest of the cast to connect with each other, and of course, I had to do a lot of connecting with Elmaya. It really helped our characters and what you see in the film.
Now, one of the things that we have to admire about this film is Wasis' background is Cree, and I think that was a major factor into the role for yourself, right?
Yes, I'm actually part Cree also. So playing a Cree character made me really happy because, I get to display my own culture.
Could you talk about the accuracy of the culture being portrayed in this movie?
Well, when you see the camp that the Night Raiders have set up, and you see the kids running around and everyone together singing, eating food, it is very accurate to how what it's like with our culture. We're very connected with each other and smudging and very traditional. So it made me really happy seeing that, especially the singing.
Wow. So what did it make you even feel better that you were acting amongst other indigenous actors on a project like this?
Yeah, it was nice to be around the Maori people and the other native people. It made me really happy to see these two cultures connect.
So when you auditioned, did you realize that they were seeking Cree actors, or they were not seeking Cree actors? We're just seeking indigenous actors at the time.
I believe they were just looking around for any indigenous um actors just to see, and then when they found me, I said like, "Oh, I'm Cree," and they were like, "Oh, that's perfect." It was nice to see other Native people in the film industry.
So what was your audition process like? Was it pretty nerve-wracking or pretty easy, pretty straightforward?
I was pretty nervous because at the time I was a new actor. Uh, and well, first I actually auditioned for Victoria, uh, which is another girl in the academy. Um, and I was told I did good, but I wasn't mean enough, they said. So Janice asked me if she said she'd like me to audition for Wasis, and I was so excited because I knew she was the lead and I really liked her character. So I auditioned for her and it went perfect. Me and Janice connected during that audition and I felt very welcomed and I felt happy that I was going to be part of that.
How did it feel for you? Because since you were new to the industry, that you nearly immediately jumped into a lead role for a movie like this. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I was told by a lot of people, they were like, this is really big, Brooklyn. Being a new actor at that time, I didn't even do any acting roles when I auditioned. So I was very, lucky to been given this opportunity.
So, in preparation for this role, because this is sort of like a dystopian society, what preparation physically did you have to do to play Wasis?
Of course, we did the gun training on how to, arm and disarm, and we trained for about 2 days for the physical, fighting scenes, just to make sure we got them right and did it in the safest way possible.
Well, let's first talk about that gun scene, because it was quite impressive. I wouldn't even know how to do that. Did you was that easy for you? Do you even realize what you were doing?
Well, when we started training first, I was I was like, oh, am I going to be able to do this? And then after 15 minutes of training, I had it just in my brain on how to do it, and I kept doing it faster and faster. And originally in the script, they were gonna speed it up to make it look like I did it very fast, but they ended up not having to do that because I was able to, do it fast enough.
How many tries do you think you did? 2 dozen, 3 dozen times?
Well, for training, I would say 20 times, and for the filming, actually not a lot of tries. We just had to do a few just, for safety to make sure we got everything.
Most excellent. Now, you also had a physical fight in this project. How fun was it to do the fight choreography for this one?
It was actually very fun. We got to train in the gym, and I learned how to, jump on top of someone safely, and I was honestly very excited. I really like doing fight scenes. I just think they're very cool and fun to train for.
Well, one thing for certain, we know we can't mess with you. That's for sure. How did you like being in a dystopian sci-fi movie like this? Are you a fan of sci-fi?
Yes. When I first heard the concept of the movie, I really liked it because the background of the residential schools, it feels like it was a very good way on how to show this film and the heavy content in it to other, like age ranges and other audiences with the whole dystopian future stuff. I think it was a good way to get the movie out.
What was the production like? The production sets, the buildings. Because a lot of the buildings look run down. How did the director recreate that for you? Did it feel like a dystopian city?
Yes, the art department did an amazing job. It felt very realistic looking around. I mean, the whole set of um, the what's it called? The little village with all the food and stuff. That was the set that they made it was amazing. I mean, it really helped making it feel very real and authentic as possible.
How was it acting with Elle Meyer, who plays your mother, Niska?
Um, she's like a mentor to me. She taught me a lot. We did have a very strong connection when filming. That was very important to me, Elmaya, and Danis to really have that connection there, the mother and daughter. Yeah.
Now, what was this filmed in Canada for yourself?
Yes, it was filmed in Canada. It was filmed in kind of around Ontario.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't mind asking, me asking is, how old were you when you took this project?
I was 13 when I took this part.
Oh wow, you were fairly young. Well, that's actually terrific. And
Yeah.
did you say this was your first project, or you have done stuff before?
It was one of my first projects. I mean, I can't really pinpoint exactly where. It was kind of a long time ago, but um, I was very, very new to the acting industry.
Wow. So how since now you got this project out of the way, how do you what other projects do you want to be in for yourself?
Well, I've always been very interested in, horrors and thrillers. I always just loved them as a kid. I thought they were so interesting. And, being younger, I would watch like behind the scenes videos of the actors and stuff before I even knew I wanted to do acting. So I'm hoping in the future maybe I could, do something like that.
Is there anyone specific that you would love to, act for or work with?
Mm, well, someone I would, love to work with is I love Angelina Jolie. I think she's an amazing actor. I've watched a lot of her projects. I love Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I love Girl Interrupted. I also love Winona Ryder. It would be a dream to work with them, honestly.
So essentially what you're hinting at is that you love these independent tough girls, and that's the roles that
Yes,
you really want.
I love independent women. Yes.
Most excellent. And Brooklyn, I know being a child actor, how do you balance your career and your social life, you know, in something like this?
Well, it definitely is kind of challenging having to balance out work and school and still maintain to be able to see my friends and stuff like that. So I try to, me and my mom try to work on our calendar and keep my schedule very well planned out to make things easier. Because you have to do tutoring when you're on set if you're my age. So school and work at the same time was kind of challenging, but I'm learning how to maintain it.
Terrific. Well, let me wrap this up with you, Brooklyn. Is after this experience and pursuing your career, what's next for you? Are you just relaxing for now and focusing on life, or you're going to go on more auditions, or you have a project soon?
I'm currently working on a project I'm very excited for.
That is actually pretty awesome. Well, Brooklyn, hey, thank you very much for speaking to us about Night Raiders. I could tell that you're going to have a really big career down the road after this movie because your performance was great.
Thank you.